He's got a bullhorn out. He's like, you are actively demonstrating. How dare you actively demonstrate? With this excellent video of, oh shit, I want to get it right. They entirely shut down the launch of Deputy National Climate Advisor Mary Repko. They got 9 of them were arrested with climate defiance. The Biden administration is building new pipelines during the worst heat wave in recorded history. This is hideous. This cannot stand. This will not stand. That's what they said. And here is the video. And if you're listening on the live stream, picture one of these very boring meetings that gets interrupted by activists. But here it is.
Mary, will you publicly oppose the Willow Project? You need to act.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Yes, we're talking to the Biden administration, which is approving new fossil fuel infrastructure faster than the Trump administration.
Silence is death.
See, that they tried to argue with the protesters that have "End Fossil Fuels" on their T-shirts. They tried to argue with them by saying, are you aware this is the Biden administration? Because that's how deluded liberals are. Liberals think that the Democrats are actually doing left-wing things. They think that the Democrats and Joe Biden, etc., are stopping fossil fuels, are dealing with climate crisis, are decreasing our wars, are decreasing our... They have deluded themselves into believing that the Democrats are somehow left-wing. They're fucking not. Okay, they're not. In any other country, if you just had a Democrat running for office, they'd be viewed, not any other country, most other countries, they'd be viewed as the far right wing. They'd be viewed as like, you're fucking out of your minds. You want this economic just disaster of our world. You want just endless climate crisis. You want just capitalism destroying lives. You want people not to have health care. You want 50% of everybody who ever gets cancer in the country to have their life savings wiped out, even if they had health insurance. That's what you want. That's your plan. Jesus Christ, you're right wing. Wow, are you right wing? And so the liberals and the ones in this room say, don't you understand this is the Biden administration? Why would you why would you interrupt the Biden administration about fossil fuels when we're the good guys? No, you're not. They're allowing more leasing of land for oil drilling and fossil fuels than even Trump did. Obama proudly said during his administration, they laid enough oil pipeline to go around, to encircle the world 3 times. At another point, he proudly said that we became a net fossil fuel exporter under his watch. And he said, you owe me a thank you for that. He was proud of being the oiliest chief executive we had ever had until Trump. And then Trump increased it even more. But as they're saying, Biden actually is allowing more leasing than Trump did.
You're texting right now. What is your response?
You're going to adjourn this meeting.
They just said we're going to adjourn this meeting. They're giving up. The activists are winning. That's what this is.
End fossil fuels, Mary, end fossil fuels. End fossil fuels, Mary, end fossil fuels. End fossil fuels.
And I love that they follow her down the hallway. These people, they just want to get away from reality. They're like, look, they're thinking, look, we are exploiting this world for all it's worth. And we don't want you reminding us and in our faces about it. Could you just go away? So they just give up on having their meeting on how much they're going to allow oil drilling, oil leasing, oil extraction, all of those things. They give up and they walk down the hall, but all the activists just follow them down the hall, which is so wonderful. Mwah, mwah, just beautiful.
End fossil fuels. End fossil fuels. End fossil fuels. End fossil fuels. End fossil.
For those of you listening on the podcast, it's basically a very slow chase through the halls of Congress or FERC or wherever this is. It's just a very slow chase of people walking behind her. She has security with her, but it's not enough security to arrest all these people. It's just and it's her slow escape into her ivory tower.
Fossil fuels, end fossil fuels, end fossil fuels, end fossil fuels, end fossil fuels.
Oh, so beautiful. So this is Climate Defiance. You can, if you want to donate to their legal fund, because obviously they get arrested for these things and then they have to fight the bullshit charges that are given against them. Or if you want to become a part of Climate Defiance, it's at climatedefiance.org. And yeah, they're doing heroes work. Good for you guys. But that's not even the last. And I love that these videos, it's like, there's like 2 coming out a day. I don't know how these people are everywhere at once. It's just amazing. But all right, now here is another one of Climate Defiance. This one's in the halls of Congress. And I love how mad the security gets too.
Folks, I need you guys to get out of the hall now! You are actively demonstrating in a congressional.
He's got a bullhorn out. He's like, you are actively demonstrating. How dare you actively demonstrate? How dare we have real humans in the halls of Congress, which was initially called the People's House, right? Yeah, when did we do away with that bullshit? But he's got the cop is a bullhorn. He's saying, you are actively demonstrating in a House of Congress. What has this world come to?
Fossil fuels, fossil fuels, fossil fuels, fossil fuels, fossil fuels, all fossil fuels, fire, all fossil fuels, fossil fuels, fossil fuels.
And you can see all of they're now in the halls chanting and everything. And you can see all the congressional staffers and everyone standing around looking kind of annoyed, vaguely muttering to each other. And it's because Congress, obviously, it takes loads of people in order for the extraction of this world to continue at pace. In order for the horrors that our Congress approves and takes part in on a daily basis, it takes a lot of people. So you have a lot of staffers that are standing there, a lot of people connected to Congress. So it's not just the Congress people, right, in Congress. It is all these little minions that are there to help further the cause of extracting the wealth to a tiny number of individuals, destroying the natural world, destroying our ability to have community that is based on our shared humanity, that is based on wanting others, not just ourselves, not just our own family, but every family, in order to have equality and comfort and security and to raise their children in a positive and loving world that is not filled with every minute. How am I going to get another dollar in order to pay for daycare or healthcare, food or housing? Or it takes a village to destroy villages. It takes a village of people at Congress to destroy lives, and to destroy lives overseas and in Latin America via our economic wars. It takes villages of people. And so, it's good for these demonstrations to also be in the front of those staffers, for them to see the reality, for them to see, hey, we are in your face. We have come here because the world is collapsing around us. Systems are already unraveling because of this climate crisis. And we are here, and we are in your face, and we will not allow it to go without complaint. I mean, that's part of the thing is, look, I want revolution, but I want revolution that involves love and dancing and celebration of life and celebration of our shared humanity. And so let's put that in front of them. Let's put that in front of them, that we are not going down without a fight, and we are going to celebrate this fight. Let's celebrate this fight, celebrate this war that we're at with those who will extract the resources and destroy our planet and destroy the ability of humans to continue to live on this pale blue dot for another 1,000 years. I mean, hell, we'll be lucky to make it another 100 at this rate. But let's do it with fun. Let's do it. Just go in the halls of Congress, just like these folks did, and goddamn dance. Dance with signs that remind them of the blood on their hands. And now we're seeing the arrests that are being done. These people are being arrested for going into, quote unquote, the people's house and having the temerity, the gall, the cojones to actually have the people's voice be heard in the people's house. That's unacceptable.
Why the people gotta die?
All right, so there it is. More interruptions of Congress. These seem to be happening on a daily basis. I'm going to keep covering them because the climate crisis is an existential threat of a kind that there's not much else on that level. Yes, it is at a deeper level. It is connected to capitalism. It is connected to consumerism. It is connected to all of those things. And I will continue to talk about those things. But I think a lot of people don't understand how intertwined climate crisis is with so much that is happening in the world today. You would not see a lot of the millions of these refugees are connected in one way or another to climate crisis. Millions of people. And also in terms of the wars that are going on, it's quite likely the Syrian civil war, which, I understand we helped fund and arm, but it's quite likely it would not have begun or gotten to this level without the climate crisis being a part of it, the drought being a part of it. So you see conflicts breaking out around the world that in one way or another have connections to climate crisis. You also see other systems breaking down. Our infrastructure is breaking down. There's just so much that is connected to this crisis. And obviously the natural world is beginning to unravel. You have animals that can't survive in heat or flood or drought or hurricanes. And I don't know if you know this, but animals and plants are actually kind of important for humans. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. And so we need to recreate these systems. We need to evolve past this capitalist death spiral. We need to evolve to a new type of economy where there is a type of motivation, a type of reward for, I don't know, having the products made in the same city where people use them. What? How? What? No, never. No, the only way that we can set up things is, for a tree in Vancouver to be chopped down, to then be shipped to another city in Canada to be chopped up, to then be shipped on a massive tanker overseas to China to be cut into the pieces and put with the correct little bolts so that it can be put in a box that will eventually become a table, so that box can then be shipped on a massive tanker ship back to the United States and back to Canada, and then be put in a store like a Walmart or an IKEA or something, so that you can go there and buy that table and bring it home and put it together so that it can fall apart in a year and you can buy a new one. That's the only way that could happen. Things have to be shipped around the world. A grape has to be shipped from fucking Guam or what? I don't know. Guam probably doesn't grow grapes, but whatever. It has to be shipped around the world for you to eat it. This is the least efficient way you could ever set up our world. But it's efficient for one thing, and that is amassing money and resources in the hands of a tiny number of humans. That's what it's efficient for. That's what it's meant for. And we need to evolve to a new system. And it has to happen fucking yesterday. So these people interrupting the levers of power, interrupting the powerful, interrupting the wealthiest, interrupting those who allow for all this desecration and destruction, those people interrupting it are the only ones behaving rationally. The only ones. And I haven't, yes, I've been involved in interrupting it a few times, but not enough. So maybe I'm not acting rationally either.